Right now, there are girls missing school because they're on their period. Not being able to afford period products, some resort to homemade solutions, including toilet paper and socks. A large cause of period poverty is because of the lack of dialogue. So, let's talk about it.
Particularly in the U.S., it's just become a norm after so much, centuries of racial injustice and patriarchy and all these interacting and intersecting modes of oppression that bodies of people who have periods are not as valued as other kinds of bodies in our society. There's a way in which that has over time just become the norm, and so any kind of limitation or inaccess to education is bad, especially when the majority of the globe's population, this is an experience that will happen to them. Not having access to what's going to happen to one's body can be very damaging psychologically, socially, spiritually. We have all types of media representation and cultural objects that show us the damage of what happens when we don't have conversations around menstruation and reproduction and things like that. And I think what's at stake in not getting education and not talking about these issues is, again, reinforcing those norms that continue to negatively impact people who do have periods. The stigma is to have these conversations, to talk about it. People who have periods feel empowered to embrace spaces and places where they can talk about it and ask questions and be more active and proactive about learning about it and spreading that education. I advocate for all types of bodies that get to have periods, and hope that we can have spaces where we can educate people and spread awareness and ultimately just normalize that this is something that's natural, that just happens to people's bodies, that doesn't have to be attached to any particular idea of uncleanliness or stigma or taboo or whatever, and it's something that should just be embraced and talked about and normalized.